To me, we lost Bill the brother and the son and the uncle and the friend, not Bill this iconic comedian. That's not who he ever was to us. What we began to notice from that was that people began to fill in the holes of the story that they thought that there were out there. And one of the things that always bothered us, because it's just so not true, was that Bill was estranged from his family. When I was a touring comedian, he had a lot of scheduling conflicts with the family, but when he was available, he took vacations with us. There's videos out there of Bill on vacations with the family. He was there for holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, and there was never, ever any kind of estrangement from the family. Back when Bill was abusing substances and alcohol, and that's been pretty well called out there. Bill talked about it a lot in his comedy.
Like I said, I don't drink anymore. I had to quit because I really drank. Okay? And I was really fucking pathetic. Okay? Shit, man, I get pulled over by the cops. I'd be so drunk, I'd be out dancing to their lights, thinking I'd made it to another club.
He was not ashamed of it. It was something that he went through. But even during those years, when he was with the family, he didn't drink. He wasn't doing drugs around us. He wouldn't do the typical things that maybe you'd think someone would do, like going to sneak out to go for a walk, those kind of, he never did anything like that. So the extent of his problem was unknown to us, because I think that he held his family in such respect and regard that when he was around us, he just wasn't going to draw us into that part of his life and that part of his world. And only later, as he cleaned all of that up and got that behind him and began to talk about it a little more, did we really begin to understand the sort of the depths that he got into there.
I got a call, someone wanted to sell me life insurance. Apparently they don't know how comics live, or she wouldn't have even wasted the fucking quarter, you know? First question, do you smoke or drink? Only when I'm awake. I do have priorities here, pal. Have you ever experimented with LSD? I told him I used to experiment with it. Finally had a breakthrough. Found a practical monthly use for that shit. And, yeah, I like acid. I'll be right up front with y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It's a great drug. Don't take it as a joke, though. My friends indulge in acid, man. That blows my mind. My friend's like, Bill, we're going over to Stop and Go. Want to do a hit of acid? No, I don't want to be in Stop and Go for 12 hours, thank you. Well, that sounds fun, but, the Snickers bar spoke to me! I went up to the guy working there. I understand about Pearl Harbor, man. You had to do it. You had to do it.
You know, I know one of the things that he's fairly well known for is not liking kids, and I think that probably there was some truth to that. Bill never had kids, but certainly my kids, and he just loved them, and they loved him and loved their Uncle Bill, and they'd stay up all night playing video games, and he may not have wanted kids of his own, but he certainly appreciated his niece and nephew every time he was at our house. You know, I guess there's two sides to Bill. There's the public persona, and then there's the private side, and he kept those pretty separate. Bill had a real connection with Austin, Texas, but he never lived there. And this is, again, another thing. And you talk about, how you can't believe everything that you read out there, especially nowadays on the internet. Bill never lived in Austin, Texas. Not one day of his life did he ever live there. However, there is a strong connection there. He filmed Sane Man there. He recorded Rantney Minor in Arizona Bay there. So there's a lot of connection there. But I used to live in Austin, and when Bill would come to Austin for Christmas or just to perform or whatever, he would let me videotape some of his shows.
And what bugged me so much about the election was sad, is how fucking, apathetic and docile we are now as a fucking mass, is that it made the whole election about money. And everyone seemed to find that snorkel as could be. You know what I mean? It's all about money. Your wallet. Bill, you vote for Clinton? Taxes going up. I'm warning you right now. He may say he's not right, taxes going up. Well, I have news for you, folks. There's other reasons not to vote for Bush than taxes, okay? The reason I didn't vote for him, you ready? Is that Bush, along with Ronald Reagan, presided over an administration who for 12 years, their policy towards Central America included genocide. Now, see, the reason I didn't vote for him is because he's a mass murderer. See, there's other reasons to vote than your fucking wallet. See, I weighed taxes, mass murder. I thought, you know what? I can pay an extra nickel on gas a gallon, just knowing little brown kids aren't being clubbed to death like baby seals, so Pepsi can put a plant in Nicaragua. Yeah. There's other reasons to vote than your own fucking selfish, fat fucking needs. Okay? All right, that's all I'm saying. You know, then they talk, you know what I'm getting real sick of is them talking about the deficit. We got to tighten our belts to pay that deficit. You know, we, your government, misspent your hard-earned tax money, so you're going to have to tighten your belt. You know what would make it a lot easier to tighten my fucking belt? Is we tighten it around one of those cocksuckers' neck every week on TV. I would eat bologna for a week if I could see Jesse Helms' cracker ass hanging by his fucking colostomy bag cord. Bologna ain't that bad. I like bologna. What are these fuckers? Burn them, kill them. I guarantee any raise that went on in their part, dude, it took part as their own security. One day, everyone's gonna realize these fuckers, you know, forget it, wrong meeting. All right. See you at the dock. See you under the bridge, Saturday.
What I remember is, on a couple of the Christmases, Bill wanted me to take him downtown. So we'd go downtown to the main drag, it was called there, right across from the University of Texas. Homeless people down there. And Bill would walk up and down the street giving them all $5 bills. And he would look them in the eye and he would shake their hand and he would say, "It's gonna be all right, brother, it's gonna be all right." And he'd give them these $5. And what was so poignant about that to me is, if you remember when Bill talked about in his act, you know, about recovering from alcoholism and all of that, and talking about it would just take it's just a very fine line. And he knew how close, I think, he had come in his life to possibly being in that position. And he was very humbled by that, and he never forgot that.
Give them some love, God. Dang it, give them some love.
There's still a lot of controversy surrounding the connection between Dennis Leary and Bill Hicks. You know, what I know is they were touring comedians at the same time. I suppose they were friends, at least friendly with each other. Because of their friendship or knowledge of each other, when Bill first heard No Cure for Cancer and realized that was basically his material, he was really hurt and upset by that.
Boy, that hammer. There was another boat that left me on the island, man. Bill, you gonna get on the hammer boat with us? No, I'd rather stay here and eat my own flesh.
So Bill was in Austin one time. We were driving from one place to the next place, and he wanted me to hear something. So he put on the Dennis Leary album, the CD. I think it might have even been a cassette back then, not even a CD. We listened to it for a little bit, and Bill kind of getting agitated in his seat over there, and he said, "Well, what do you think?" And I said, "Well, it sounds like a really shitty you." And he said, "Exactly." And he pushed the eject button, he grabbed the tape out, he rolled down the window, and he threw it out the window. And he said, "That's all we need to know about that." I think what he did from that point was just go and create more material and sort of get away from that.
Because I stay in hotels a lot, I'm beginning to think "do not disturb" means knock immediately in Spanish. This is the only conclusion. Do you have, what is it? My theory about it is, if you're in a hotel, it means you're in a city you don't know anyone you could stay with. Therefore, who would the do not disturb sign be for? But the one person who might come to the door. The man's so clear. Do not disturb. That could be pretty disturbing, couldn't it? Say if you were, I don't know, asleep or something, you know. Maybe wake you up. Disturb. It's possible. There, every morning I got the fucking flight of the Valkyrie maid attack. Dun 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 dun. Housekeeping. You need fresh towels? Yeah, I'm gonna need to wipe up your fucking blood if you keep knocking on that door. That'll usually get rid of for a couple of minutes, right? Room service, send up a body bag, you never know. They'll even walk in with a pass key. Have you ever had that? You're in a hotel room, you pay for, do not disturb, on the door. They just walk right in. You're sitting there going, hey, hey! I'm here to change the sheets. Come back in 5 minutes, Consuela. You're going to be working overtime on this crusty yellow pillowcase, darling. I want you to know. Do I seem shallow? They got a thing in the hotels now called Spectravision. You know what that is? It's a box that sits on top of your TV. It has different movies. You push a button, the movie is billed to your room, $6. Good deal, you bet. I'm on the road 6 weeks. I've not seen my girlfriend in 6 weeks, right? I come into the hotel, I look at the Spectravision movie guide. There's a movie called Sex Kittens. Well, shit, I got $6. But you know what it is? It's a pornographic movie with the pornography cut out. There's no fucking. You wonder why people run through malls with automatic weapons, you know?